Okay, so I just saw the trailer for the new Hunger Games movie, Sunrise on the Reaping, which is coming out sometime next year, and I am so excited about this movie. I actually notoriously never liked the Hunger Games when it was in its peak. I mean, I've got to explain it from my real perspective here, which is like the Hunger Games came out, like the books came out pretty much right at the end of Harry Potter, when the movies of Harry Potter, when the last two movies were coming out, the Hunger Games started. And at the time, I was like 15, maybe 16 years old, and I just saw the Hunger Games as like a substitute for Harry Potter, something that people were just like saying was really good because they were trying to fill the void of Harry Potter, which was such an immense and enormous global phenomenon, both the books and the movies. And I never read the Hunger Games books, and it was the first of like a slew of like young adult dystopian fiction worlds that started becoming very popular and getting movie adaptations pretty much straight after Harry Potter. And I never read the books. I watched 3 of the 4 movies. I think the last book was adapted into 2 movies, but I never saw the last one, so I don't actually know how it ends. And for a while I hated it, but that all actually kind of changed last year when I saw The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which was a prequel to the Hunger Games, and then like my entire opinion on this series really changed, and now I love it and cannot wait for this movie, and I really want to talk about it. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. If you want more videos like this, hit subscribe, let's do it. So yeah, I got invited to the preview screening here in Melbourne of the Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and I had kind of low expectations, but I ended up thinking it was a really cool movie. And after I saw it, I decided to finally like read the Hunger Games books. So I read the first one, The Hunger Games, and then Catching Fire. And I've been meaning to read Mockingjay for a while. I've started it, but I still haven't finished it. So I actually still don't know what happens at the end of the original trilogy, but I've been slowly making my way through it. There's just so many things I want to read, watch, listen to, etc. When I reflect on it, like, and take it out of the context of being like something that came straight after Harry Potter ended, like, I think that really marred my opinion of this series because I could never take it seriously. And to be honest, I never really liked Jennifer Lawrence's portrayal of Katniss Everdeen. I never really enjoyed her as a character in the movies. I think she's a lot better in the books, but I still to this day don't really like Jennifer Lawrence. But I did become more fascinated by this world, and I actually think the Hunger Games franchise is so great, especially on the back of something like Squid Game, which I loved so much. Like, I love this concept of this dystopian kind of post-apocalyptic world where the government is like in complete control and forces people to do stuff like this. And obviously Squid Game came well after the Hunger Games, but I love the concept of Squid Game, and it definitely made me appreciate Hunger Games even more. I mean, a lot of people say that the Hunger Games is derivative of an earlier book that was adapted to a movie called Battle Royale. That was a Japanese author and film in which a bunch of students are taken to an island and have to basically all fight to the death until there is one victor. But I don't think it's super derivative. It's a pretty different concept entirely, especially in the dystopian future and the tyrannical government. Just quickly while I've got you guys, most people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. What up with that? I would love for you to join me here. I'm just doing videos like this on 2000s, 90s, millennial, Gen Z pop culture. So if you're a kind of nerdy guy or girl from that era, I think you'll like a bunch of my videos. So please hit the subscribe button. It would genuinely mean the world to me, and I would love to have you on board. Thank you so much. Let's get back to it. Squid Game is less propagated by the government, but more just propagated by wealthy people who are wanting to create sport for entertainment in which people do these kind of death games. But I really like all of these franchises for their focus on this, like, challenging human morality and nature and seeing what humans will do when they're desperate. And while the Hunger Games is very PG and very like child or teen focused more than the others I've talked about, I still think it really has a place. And the beauty of it is like they can continue making more and more Hunger Games stories like this, like kind of perpetually. The same with Squid Game. I mean, I've talked about Squid Game on this channel before, where there's like so many different angles for spin-off series, international Squid Games, previous Squid Games, the first Squid Game. All of that is great. And Suzanne Collins, the author and creator of The Hunger Games, clearly sees potential in her own world to do this with The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes and now Sunrise on the Reaping, which is the prequel story about Haymitch from the original Hunger Games series. These are the Hunger Games that he participated in and won. And what I like about Haymitch as a character in the Hunger Games trilogy and wider universe, I suppose, is this idea that we get to see Haymitch as an adult who has participated in the games. We see what the trauma of being in the games did to Haymitch, and we see how he is basically like a shell of a human, an addict, and just like a very depressed man. But it's going to be really interesting as someone who hasn't read the book Sunrise on the Reaping, like to see what Haymitch was like in his youth before the Hunger Games. Like, was he more optimistic? Was he more of like a positive fellow? I don't know, but it'd be interesting. Overall, I guess I owe the internet an apology because I have been such a huge propagator of the Hunger Games being bad for such a long time. Honestly, now I really like it. I can't wait to finish reading Mockingjay, and I can't wait to see this new movie. And to be honest, I'd be really happy for this series to continue for a very long time. I'm very excited for it, and I really, really like it now. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hey, if you like this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I want to put it over to you now. What are your thoughts on the Hunger Games? Were you, like me, around when it came out and thought it was just a bit of a cheap dystopian teen thing to piggyback off the success of Harry Potter? Or have you always liked it? Let me know your favorite Hunger Games book down in the comments. I guess mine is probably the first one. I think it's a great concept that is executed really well. And if you can't think of a comment, but you want to help me out in the algorithm anyway, just comment below Katniss. That way I know you made it to the end of the video and you're still here watching. If you like this video, you might like some of my Harry Potter videos here, including this one right here, or an entire playlist of Harry Potter based content right here. Thank you so much for watching, guys, though. My name's Radio Mike. This has been The Inside of My Mind, and I'll catch you later.